At 3:23 p.m. local time, a U.S. Air Force F-16 fighter jet from the 421st Fighter Squadron was providing air cover for a U.S. Navy task force sailing along the coast of Yemen. Although the patrol had been relatively quiet so far, that would change in a matter of seconds. Unbeknownst to the F-16 pilot, a Houthi missile battery near Al Hudaydah had locked onto its target and launched an SA-6 missile, which has a maximum effective range of 23 kilometers and a speed of up to 2.8 times the speed of sound. The pilot had only seconds to react. Fortunately, the F-16 was equipped with a variety of electronic jamming systems capable of turning this deadly missile into a mere nuisance. In the nose of the aircraft was an AN/APG-83 radar, which was the first line of defense against an SA-6 missile attack. After detecting the missile at a range of 42 kilometers, the pilot immediately executed a steep dive maneuver from 30,000 feet to 15,000 feet. This maneuver aims to break the fire control solution of the SA-6 missile, which uses a semi-active guidance system, meaning the missile must receive signals from ground radars to maintain a target lock. However, this maneuver is not enough. The SA-6 radar has the ability to detect targets the size of a fighter jet up to 470 kilometers away. The pilot continues to perform evasive maneuvers with a reaction time of only 18 seconds to the barrage of missiles. However, this sharp turn maneuver actually disrupts the F-16's radar's ability to detect all missiles because its detection range decreases by 47% at a 60-degree angle. This is where the next defense system comes into play. On each pylon, weapon holder, on the F-16's wing is a PIDS, Pylon Integrated Dispensing System, a 19-kilogram system that reduces the F-16's weapons load by 3%, but is very important. PIDS is equipped with 6 Hensoldt AAR-60V2 ultraviolet sensors that provide 360-degree coverage and can detect missile launches from a distance of up to 10 kilometers. Upon detecting an SA-6 missile, the system immediately released 12 MJU-50B flares and 24 RR-180 chaff, creating a decoy cloud half a kilometer long. However, the missile remained locked onto the F-16, and the pilot had to use the last option, the AN/ALQ-184 jamming pod located in the belly of the aircraft. This pod could jam radar signals at frequencies of 2 to 20 gigahertz using digital RF memory technology. This was enough to disrupt the SA-6 control radar, 6 to 8 gigahertz, and once activated, the missile's connection to the ground guidance system was lost, reducing its accuracy by 70% and causing the missile to miss its target. But the Houthi attacks did not stop. 44 minutes later, at 18:07, a U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drone from Chabeli Air Base, Djibouti, was on a routine reconnaissance mission 80 kilometers northeast of Hudaydah, monitoring a Houthi supply convoy. Frustrated at failing to shoot down the F-16, the Houthis tried to shoot the drone down with SA-6s as well. Although not as sophisticated as the F-16, the MQ-9 Reaper has a Pandora missile warning system. Within 8 seconds of missile launch, the drone commands the ANALE-47 to fire countermeasures as the drone climbs above 15,000 feet to avoid missiles from the drone's blind spot area. During the climb, the system releases 8 flares in 4 seconds, creating a 300-meter wide chaff cloud to confuse missiles. However, this system is not unlimited. With a maximum of 60 MJU-60/B flares and 120 RR-10 chaff, the drone can only carry out 12 defenses in one mission. When usage reaches 75%, the drone must return to base. This decision to use is assisted by the ALR-69 radar warning receiver system, which is able to detect SA-6 radar emissions from a distance of 200 kilometers with an accuracy of 1 degree azimuth. The drone managed to evade, but was still hit by debris. After returning to base, it was found that several steel fragments from the SA-6 missile had penetrated the drone's right wing. Fortunately, the damage was minor, and the drone was able to fly again shortly afterward. This was no ordinary attack. It was the first time the Houthis had targeted a manned U.S. aircraft in this conflict. The U.S. response was swift and decisive. Within 8 hours, the guided missile destroyer, USS Spruance, received orders from U.S. Central Command to move closer to the Yemeni coast. But instead of the usual Tomahawk missiles, the Navy got creative. Each DDG destroyer carries a mix of Tomahawks, SM-2s, ESSMS, anti-submarine missiles, and SM-6s. The SM-6s are typically reserved for the most dangerous threats, as they can deliver a 1,500-kilogram warhead at 3.5 times the speed of sound. While originally designed as an air defense missile, the SM-6 can now also be used for land attacks. Its advantage is its high speed, making it difficult to shoot down and a stopgap measure until the Navy's new strike missiles become available.